Dziś posłuchamy o pięknej księżniczce Izabeli, która zachciała znaleźć jednorożca. Quest for the unicorn. Once upon a time, in a grand kingdom, there lived a beautiful princess named Isabella. She was known throughout the kingdom for her beauty and intelligence. Isabella lived in a castle with her parents, the king and queen, and spent most of her time reading books about history and science. One day, while exploring the castle's library, Isabella came across a book that caught her eye. It was an ancient book filled with stories about magical creatures that once roamed the kingdom. Isabella was fascinated by the stories and spent hours reading about the creatures. One particular creature caught her attention: a unicorn. Isabella had heard stories of unicorns before, but she had never seen one in person. She became obsessed with the idea of finding a unicorn and setting out on a quest to find one. Isabella packed some food and water and set out on her journey with her trusty horse Stardust. She rode for days through the kingdom's forests and fields, asking anyone she met if they had seen a unicorn. However, no one had seen one for many years. One evening, as Isabella was setting up camp for the night, she heard a rustling in the bushes nearby. She stood up and cautiously approached the bushes, wondering if it could be a unicorn. As she got closer, she saw a small injured bird lying on the ground. Isabella's heart went out to the bird, and she picked it up gently. Isabella tended to the bird's wounds and spent the night by its side, keeping it warm and safe. The next morning, the bird had healed, and it flew away, chirping happily. Isabella was filled with joy at the sight of the healed bird, and it gave her renewed hope in her quest to find the unicorn. Days turned into weeks, and Isabella rode through the kingdom searching for the elusive unicorn. She encountered all kinds of creatures on her journey, from tiny insects to giant bears. She helped each creature she met, and they all spoke of her kindness and generosity. Finally, one evening, as Isabella was resting by a river, she saw a glimmer in the water. She approached the river, and to her surprise, she saw a beautiful unicorn drinking from the river. Isabella's heart skipped a beat at the sight of the magnificent creature. Isabella approached the unicorn slowly, not wanting to startle it. The unicorn raised its head and looked at her, and Isabella could see the intelligence in its eyes. She spoke softly to the unicorn, telling it how much she had searched for it and how she wanted to be its friend. To her amazement, the unicorn bowed its head and allowed her to stroke its mane. Isabella felt tears of joy streaming down her face as she realized that her quest had been successful. She spent hours with the unicorn, talking to it and sharing stories about her life in the castle. As the sun began to set, the unicorn stood up and looked at her. Isabella knew it was time to say goodbye. She thanked the unicorn for its company and promised to always remember their meeting. As the unicorn walked away, Isabella felt a sense of sadness, but also gratitude for the amazing experience. Isabella returns to the castle with a new appreciation for the beauty of the world and the importance of kindness and compassion. She shared her stories with her parents and the people of the kingdom, inspiring them to treat all living creatures with respect and care. From that day on, Isabella was known not just for her beauty and intelligence, but also for her kind and loving heart. The end. Teraz powtórzymy wszystkie nowe słowa z tekstu. Now we are going to go through all new words from the text. Grand, impressive in size or appearance. Wspaniały, imponujący. Catch an eye, to attract attention or interest. Przyciągać uwagę. Ancient, belonging to the very distant past and no longer in existence. Starożytny. To roam, to move about or travel aimlessly or unsystematically. Wędrować, włóczyć się. To catch attention, to draw or attract someone's attention. Przyciągać uwagę. A unicorn, a mythical creature, a horse with a single horn on its forehead. Jednorożec. In person, actually being present as opposed to being remote or absent. Osobiście, to set out on a quest, to begin a journey or search for a specific purpose or goal. Wyruszyć w poszukiwaniu czegoś. Trusty, reliable or dependable. Godny zaufania. Set up a camp, to establish a place to live or stay temporarily in the outdoors. Rozbić obóz. Rustling, the sound of slight movement or rubbing together of objects. Szelest. Cautiously, in a careful and deliberate manner. Ostrożnie. Injured, harmed physically or emotionally. Ranny, zraniony. Gently, in a kind or mild manner. Delikatnie. To tend to something, to take care of or look after something. Zajmować się czymś, opiekować się czymś. To chirp, to make a short, high-pitched sound. Ćwierkać. To renew, to make something new again. Odnowić. Elusive, difficult to find, catch or achieve. Nieuchwytny, trudny do osiągnięcia. Tiny, very small in size or amount. Malutki, drobny. Giant, very large in size or power. Gigantyczny, potężny. Kindness, the quality of being friendly, generous and considerate. Życzliwość, dobroć. Generosity, the quality of being kind, understanding and not selfish. Hojność, szczodrość. Glimmer, a faint or wavering light, a slight sparkle. Migotanie, iskierka. A heart skipped a beat. A phrase used to describe a moment of sudden surprise or excitement, typically in a romantic context. Serce zamarło na chwilę. To startle, to cause sudden surprise or alarm. Przestraszyć. To bow one's head. To lower one's head in a gesture of respect or submission. Skłonić głowę. To stroke a mane. To run one's hand over the long hair on an animal's neck or back. Głaskać grzywę zwierzęcia. A sunset, the time of day when the sun disappears below the horizon. Zachód słońca. Gratitude, the quality of being thankful. Gratitude, the quality of being thankful. Readiness to show appreciation for and to return kindness. Wdzięczność. Appreciation, recognition and enjoyment of the good qualities of someone or something. Uznanie, docenianie. Compassion, sympathy and concern for the sufferings or misfortunes of others. Współczucie. Mam nadzieję, że podobał się odcinek i zapraszam na kolejny. I really hope that you've enjoyed my content and I hope to see you again soon. Bardzo proszę o lajka, subskrypcję oraz komentarz. Please leave a comment under the video, like and subscribe. Thank you.